3, 2, 1. Yes, we will stop asking for subscribers if you each, all 40 of you, send $1 million into our accounts. It's the only way to shut us up right now, ladies and gentlemen. But you are back again. John Farmer, James Wilson.
Was that was Austin Powers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
$1
What
billion.
was it in the second one or something? He says like $1 billion, and they just all start laughing like, "This is 1965. We don't have $1 billion. Are you crazy?"
1 trillion, billion, a million.
Was there really like $1 trillion didn't exist 100 years ago? I don't know.
You know what?
I don't know, dude, but
I'm sure there was much money, but
I remember learning about that in school, like the Roaring '20s and then the Great Depression, and all kind of like just reminded me of jobs and money. I remember we were talking about inflation one day, and I just said to my 5th grade teacher, "Well, the wages will go up too as inflation goes up, right?" He gave me this.
Ooh.
He gave me this like, "You're so naive and dumb." Look, like
sorry,
this stupid 10-year-old thinks the world works perfectly. But yeah, you don't need a graph to know that. Like, inflation rises a lot more than wages do.
Yeah.
What is the minimum wage now? Here in the great state of Missouri.
Oh, I don't know. When my first job, I got, what was that, $4.25 an hour.
Jeez
That I
Louise.
remember
Yeah, you mentioned that. Was it at a gas station or something?
Grocery store.
Right on. Yeah, you told me that. Didn't you get no, never mind. We covered that on a previous episode.
Yeah. No, that's the one where you were talking about. I quit. Like that day, I was like, you know what? I think I need a raise. He's like, oh, I was kind of.
I was gonna tell you to step up because you ain't
like,
you ain't doing it.
I said, you know what? I think I want to quit.
I'm gonna go work at Publix, bro.
So I think I want to quit.
I remember
like, next week to see like your notice. I said, no, right now. Here's my badge. I'm
real mature of you, James.
You know what?
I remember when I was a kid, I thought it'd be so cool to work in a gas station. You just like have all the cool stuff. You like behind the counter with all the cool stuff. Like got all the magazines and sodas and candy you want.
Yeah.
And my mom was like, "They make $5 an hour." I'm like, "Whoa!"
Holy shit, son!
Now that was back in the '90s. One of my first jobs, it was minimum wage. It was $7.25. That was like 2007, 2008. I would like to think minimum wage is higher now, but I don't know. But
they look at this minimum wage as sort of like a litmus of
the hell what is litmus?
Like an acid test. You know, the acid that tells you,
the pH level.
Yeah, so you sort of.
Oh my God! It's still $7.25 an hour. God help us all. I didn't know this, but like people at Waffle House, they make like $2-3 an hour maybe. So they rely solely on tips. And now I realize why like all those Waffle Houses were closing when there was a quote unquote labor shortage.
Yeah.
Because they're working 14 hours to keep it open, but they're making $2-3 an hour. No one's coming in for tips. It's a bitch. Do you think tips should be taxed?
No, but I never reported any tips.
Yes,
I would assume that you got to report your tips. Like, you know what?
Well, yeah.
Nobody knew how much money I got tipped.
In theory, though, you don't gotta like turn in your cash tips. You're not just like expected to add this shit up every night. Have a roll of paper come tax season. Like, let me check here. Looks like I made like.
That was a 50-cent tip from the
Yep, you gotta add that into the taxes. Gotta get Uncle Sam to get their 40%. No, they don't take out that much. They do take out that much if it's like a Christmas bonus or something.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That
That's
hit me kind of hard.
Yeah.
I got my first Christmas bonus at my job last year, and they were like, "Oh, it's this much money." It was like thousands of dollars. I was like, "Oh my god!" They took out like almost 50, about 45%. It was more than 40, less than 50.
Which is really a bullshit way of the fucking company to put the tax burden on you, because all it's doing is, if they actually gave you what they said you were going to give you, it's like, oh, I think my highest bonus ever was about 3,700 or something like that.
Really nice.
And but yeah, oh man, oh they'll write it down. Oh, you got 3,700. No, you're about to dick me out of half of it. So
no, the government
so
is.
First of all, fuck you.
Yeah.
Give me 1,500 if that's what
yeah,
you think
the
I'm
feds.
worth.
The feds say like it's not income. It doesn't count as income. We're gonna tax the dick out of it.
Yeah.
It is ours. Yeah, whatever. That's cool. I hope to make some money working, and like I hope the minimum wage gets raised, because shit's fucked right now, dude. It's crazy expensive to get a house.
But
renting's almost just as high.
But do you think the minimum wage is just like supposed to be like some turnaround job for high school kids? I mean, obviously, there's older people that work there or something, and maybe that's a special case, but
that's
I don't know. But
that's the way I understand it. You know, like McDonald's.
I mean, you're getting reasonably expected. I mean, again, I don't know everybody's situation. There's just thoughts rolling out, but like, you know,
I would think
or
a 16-year-old first starting would make $7.25, or even get hooked up with the $7.50
and
an
they're
hour.
like, man, this sucks. I got to get a better job than this.
It does suck even more that
it's like an eye opener when you're in high school. Like, holy shit!
It does suck even more since everything's more expensive now.
Yeah.
There's still a bit of wages the same. It's like, damn, this $300 paycheck ain't shit.
I mean, I think maybe if it ever went down, maybe. Well, no, because they'll still find a way to.
The only way it goes down is like, it's not gonna happen. It ain't never going down. I don't think prices are ever going down, man. People are expecting like inflation to just go away once Trump's in office. It's not that simple. I wish it motherfucking was. Excuse my language.
No, that's right.
But
well, actually,
it sucks.
The only true way to remove money, because the problem is there's just so much. I mean, because when they started quantitative easing and all kinds of other debt issues, but what that is around 2008 when the market was crashing. They started pumping $40 billion a month. I think it's $40 billion a month into the economy of just assistance to keep a lot of money, and then it's been going on for that long, and I think they just ended it. So you pump all this money into the system, and it's just taking this long to reach items that affect us. Like like right now, I mean, you get a stack of $1 bills. I mean, it's really worth that. And I think the only way to really go against it is to take a big loss. That's where I started off at. So usually when like a market crashes, like, I mean, you eliminate money at that point.
Yeah, that recession sucked. I was hit too because my dad got hit hard. He did warranty work for a home builder on new homes, like repairs and shit. And yeah, he got laid off and he lost his house. He had like a big house, 3-car garage, all that. He lost it a couple years after he bought it.
Yeah.
And never really been the same since. He never really has gotten another.
What, mentally or jobbily?
Both, really. He's kind of grumpier now. Dad, if you're watching this, I'm sorry.
You grumpy bastard. We know.
But yeah, he just hasn't been able to find a job like that since. It's all just shit. It sucks, man.
Yeah.
But I hope it does never get that bad again, but it might. I don't know
Well,
if because of the housing market, though.
My big conspiracy is they're going to come in and do some sort of self-initiated. They'll probably maybe try like a mini recession. I don't know, but the only way to, like I said, the only way you can really remove this much money from the economy, unless I'm wrong, anybody can let me know because I've done a little research on this.
Yeah, we do like little research on all this shit. But yeah, it sucks. And I think I don't know what the economy is going to do next year, but I think it's going to start getting controversial with all these spending cuts Trump is going to do. Then the mass deportations, I think, might have a lot of protests and riots next year.
Yeah.
Kind of like back in 2020. The second half of 2020, everyone was just everything, and people started rioting because of that. Was it George? I think it was like the George Floyd thing or some other shit too. But that was like right in 2020, towards the end of summer or fall. Everyone had enough, and they went out and fucking rioted. That sucks. Well, it's better than going bare ass though on TV. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I was watching.
I don't know what the fuck that was, but
I was like, yeah, man. Well, I mean, the cameraman went right down for his ass too.
Yeah,
like,
dude. Like, I didn't even watch it live, but my prediction came true. Like, it was just buffering for 75% of the world population when it was on.
I was over with her friends, and I mean, it didn't.
No.
A couple times, like towards the end, they would just hit and then start over. Like that a couple times. I mean, but it really wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I saw like a bunch of stuff online about the mass buffering and like the Nintendo Mike Tyson game having better graphics.
No, like I said, it wasn't that bad. I mean, it was pretty good from at where we were at.
I think that fight kind of reflects us Americans as a people.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I don't know, but it was sad to watch. It was kind of just this whole inflated spectacle for money. It's pretty fake. I don't
think it was. I say never really watched Jake Paul, but I can appreciate him a little bit because of it. It's probably like not too many people will say like this because I've seen like almost everybody. Oh man, he should knock this fucking clock off. But I think around about the third round or so, he realized. I mean, he hit him a couple times. It might start like little, like fear throwing or whatever, like just throwing like that. I think he realized, he said, "Man, I could completely fuck this dude up right now." And I mean, I think that's going through his head.
Oh,
and
God.
he's like, I could just destroy this guy, go into a little fury, or a little whatever the fuck they call it, a little fast break in, or whatever.
Well, God bless that man for not going ape shit on a 60-year-old.
I think he took the hit and said, you know what, I'm gonna go with him.
I saw that. He didn't want
to. I'm not gonna go.
He didn't want to knock him out, which is nice of him. He's a good man.
Yeah.
But honestly, I thought it would go two ways. Like Mike Tyson will knock him out in the first few rounds, which is what a lot of people thought.
Yeah.
Apparently, a lot of celebrities lost a lot of money betting on Mike Tyson, including Drake, Shaquille O'Neal, I forget who else. But yeah, these people thought Mike Tyson was going to win. I figured he would win in the first few rounds by knockout or something, or his age is going to show. And unfortunately, his age showed.
Yeah, that's what I felt. I kind of felt bad for fucking Mike a little bit. I'm like, damn, that dude. I mean, you see him in the corner. He ain't never done that shit before.
Mike,
he's over there fucking hurting. He's like,
might have been all the weed and shrooms he's been doing. No, seriously, like after he
yeah.
kind of retired, he like just started smoking pot and doing shrooms.
He's got his own.
And he talks about it on the podcast, and all the podcasts he's on. He's like, "Yeah, I've been smoking. I've been smoking, Joe."
Yeah.
Maybe that affected.
What a backwoods.
Maybe that affected him
backwoods
through the few years of smoking and tripping. But Mike Tyson's one of those celebrities. Like, he just doesn't give a fuck what anyone thinks. Like, people are gonna goof on him, rag on him, at least right now, for his bare ass and all that. But like, he don't give a fuck. He's a cool dude.
But did you see the ladies in front of?
I saw some of that too.
Oh my god! I mean, that was
intense.
Yeah, because even at the last round, they like bumped gloves and like, hey, this is the last round.
Hey,
let's make it count. They were
we gotta make this count. Make this. Are you not entertained?
Basically, yeah.
Are you not entertained?
I mean, that lady's face was freaking. You know, it was tender.
Yeah. I didn't realize how many fighters there would be, but I should have known that because all those fights do that. People turn it on, expect to see Mike Tyson at 8:00, but there's going to be a lot of fights before that. Probably not going to see Mike Tyson like 3 or 4 hours into the show, and it's like that with all the UFC shows too. Like we all get together and watch them, but I don't want to wait 5 hours for the main event.
Yeah.
But no, the fight was still entertaining. It was everything Netflix wanted it to be, but not quite as much because the servers. But I think they're doing another one soon, like this Christmas. They're doing some kind of fight. I think with actual fighters this time, like boxers.
Have you seen Andrew Tate's calling out? Well, no. I think Jake Paul might have mentioned Andrew Tate, and
who was that guy again? He sounds familiar.
He does. I see him a lot in my reels talking like hardcore inspiration. So you want to go fucking get it? Go get it. You know, I mean, I drive Bugattis. I do this. I got the money.
Bugatti, Ferrari. I'm all about chair.
But he's got some. He's used to. I think UFC's.
I probably recognize him.
But yeah.
Yeah, he's known for talking about people and pissing people off. Does it for the views.
I mean, I hope it because I'm a heavyweight boxing fan.
Oh yeah.
So so hopefully maybe they start calling, hey, Jake, you want, and then maybe it'll start bring some people out, and maybe there'll be a little more because I mean I don't watch it that much, but I mean I really don't see too much heavyweight anymore or big exciting.
True, it's all like UFC now.
Remember,
not that I'm complaining, but you don't really see much of the boxing now. Like these huge events, kind of like what Netflix just did. They used to do that all the time. What, like HBO or Showtime pay-per-view?
Just
Mike Tyson.
Come in,
repping for Mike Tyson. Yeah,
but yeah, we'd get together. I mean, it'd be like a huge event. Oh my god, and all celebrities there and all this other stuff. But I think it's been lacking. So hopefully this brings it up. Maybe we'll get more competitors in a 57-year-old man. I mean, I'm a little naive on my age a lot too. Like, I mean, I'll go do dumb shit and say, you know what the fuck am I doing out here? I'm too old. But getting in the ring and you look at it's. That age will tell you fast.
I don't want to get punched. I don't want to get punched in the face for money. Well, maybe. Yeah, you never know.
40 million. I mean, no.
So what have you been? What have you been doing this week?
Well, unfortunate news, ladies and gentlemen. The mother of dragons who laid birth to half of this podcast. Now my mom died.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, appreciate it. It was actually, I mean, kind of about the best death you can. You roll the dice on how you like. Oh man, she's gonna fall, hit her head. I'm just gonna walk in on her one day, and it's been 5, 6, 8 happened to my dad. Um, Nobody been over there. Yeah, fell and bumped her head, and she was falling too. Um, so yeah, but no, we were all around the bed with her and everything, and trying to talk to her. And she,
Yeah, that does sound peaceful.
yeah, so
Yeah, I know what you mean, like with the elderly, and it is kind of nice to just have them in their bed, surrounded by loved ones. That reminds me of Game of Thrones, like you just brought up. Like, what was it? They're like, how do you want to die? And Tyrion says, with the winch's mouth wrapped around my cock and a belly full of wine. And I'm like, what the fuck?
yeah.
And then that one Braun guy says, like, oh, I'll be old, surrounded by my family. It's like, that is the correct answer right there. Could you imagine having a prostitute give you fellatio as you're dying? Just like, the money's on the counter, woman. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But there was a lot. I mean, she was hurting a lot, so it's almost like knowing it's not going to get better. It's one of those.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, I will dread that day. It sucks getting old, you know.
Yeah.
And then, like, all these people, like my aunts and uncles, they're all getting old. I got, aunts and uncles passing away in their 60s now. This sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, getting old sucks. So.
Just cherish every day you have.
And when you're 57, go box.
Yeah, go boxing.
Step in the ring.
If you feel okay at 57, 58,
get your face bashed.
Go box a 20-something-year-old.
Yeah.
I hear he's coming out of retirement is what he wants to do, which is not a good start, but, like, he wants to come out of retirement. So
who, mine?
Yeah, that's what he says. So good luck to him.
Wish him the best. Jordan, when Jordan came back to the fucking Wizards, and it's like
a complete waste of time.
Yeah, like, oh man,
you should have just stuck with baseball, dude.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if Michael Jordan, like, stuck with baseball and maybe got good, and that would be funny? Yeah. That is kind of just funny anyway. It's like, I'm so fucking rich and famous, like, I'm just going to join the MLB real quick and see how it goes.
See how it goes.
I'm going to, like, just jump in line for the next position and, like, not even have to practice baseball because I'm already so famous. It kind of sucks for all the other players trying to get in, but hey, it's Michael Jordan. It's good to know people. Gotta have connects. It's also good to be rich and famous too.
Yeah, 6-time world champion. It's good to be that too.
So he's got 6 rings.
Yeah.
Did they go to the playoffs the championships 11 times?
I couldn't even tell you, man.
What about the Lakers or LeBron's team?
Oh, LeBron's team. What?
I'm not good with the stats either, but LeBron is arguably better than Michael Jordan. Because I think LeBron has won the championships he's been at. The Bulls have not.
He's only got any for like 2 for 6.
I don't know. I should meant
yeah.
About like why LeBron's better, and these people were in the comments debating it. And it's like, dude, if you go to a girl's house 11 times and you smash 6 times, and the other guy goes there 6 times and smashes all 6 times, who's the better man? I'm like, dude, that's a really fucked up comparison, but he's got a point.
No, I can definitely tell you he has not won all 6. I think it's maybe like 2. But you got to look at the stats too. There's like, oh, the top 3 of this category is Jordan, Jordan, Jordan.
Jordan.
How many defensive championships did you win, or defensive player of the year, or whatever? Like, I mean, he's got every column. I don't know. I'm a Jordan.
Dude,
I'm a Jordan dude.
I was Jordan crazy when I was a kid.
Well,
Probably if I was a kid now, I'd be LeBron crazy. But yeah, I know what you mean. It's fucking. Yeah, I don't know the stats either. Same with football. Like, I love watching it. I don't keep up with the fucking stats of the players. And all these fantasy football teams, it's like not necessarily what would happen if all these players were on the same team. They just like take players with all the really high stats and put them on the same team. It doesn't mean they're going to like all have those same stats.
Yeah.
But it's fantasy, so it's not real life.
I wonder if they bet on themselves. I wonder if they like play themselves on their own team, or is there like some kind of law against that, a rule? I mean,
I don't know. I keep
like,
seeing.
Oh shit! Only 12
I
points.
see
I'm only projected 12 points.
I've been seeing a lot of the online sports betting commercials during football games.
Yeah.
It's starting to get kind of like vice, like sinful. Like, come on, man.
And
It's a college football team. You doing like Ludacris is promoting the sporting app, and you even have a gambler's addiction number at the bottom of the screen during the commercial.
this means
It's like, I don't quite agree with that.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I tried that a while back, but it wouldn't let me make bets here in Georgia.
Yeah, it's not legal in Georgia.
Well, how did everyone else do it? I know people that have been doing it and making money, and now they're like showing commercials like in all 50 states.
I don't know. It might be.
Could we be gambling right now? I'm just here doing a podcast. I could be at home gambling. Some bitch. No, just kidding. I'm not much of a gambling man.
Yeah.
Maybe if I just had like a shitload of disposable income, just didn't care. But I don't really even buy lottery tickets that much.
So something else I thought of is, I wonder how many times like a quarterback somebody approaches the quarterback and is like, "Oh, hey man, I got this bet on me right here. I'm gonna need you to. I'll give you $5 million if you hit me up this game, or something like that." I wonder if
I'm sure they
if they get approached like, "Hey, I'll kick you back." Oh,
I'm sure like I bet quarterbacks like keep that in mind a lot, and when they see opportunity, they're like, "Okay, yeah, I'll throw it to him," or like make sure this guy gets his 3 touchdowns this game for the bet. I'm sure they probably like keep that in mind, and if they can, they go with it. Like when there's opportunity, it's like, hey, you need to score 20 points this game. Get the fuck open, dude. I will throw you the ball. Yeah, I fucking hate the Chiefs, man. I guess I get it from my dad. We just have this stupid hatred
for the Chiefs
for no apparent reason really whatsoever. It's just that they're good. It's like the Patriots like 10 years ago or more. It's like, I fucking hate the Patriots. Fuck them.
I think it's scripted because they're trying to create a new legacy that built off.
Yeah.
So
I'm all college football now, man. That's where it's at.
Oh hell yeah! I've always been more of a college person than NFL.
Yeah, those rivalries are pretty crazy. I know Ohio and Michigan are fucking petty about their rivalry. They are like, they hate each other. They'll go in a civil war or some shit. I've seen some videos of like the guy walking around Ohio State Stadium with a Michigan shirt, and people like run up and sucker punch him, or like people like yell at him and tell him to kill himself, and he's just like, "Whoa, good game, you guys, good game, right?" And he's just
job,
like,
fellas.
he's like making Ohio look bad and making them look trashy.
Yeah.
I don't get those states though. Like they have coastline with the Great Lakes, so there's like tourist stuff, there's party stuff. It's kind of, Michigan's kind of like the Florida of the North.
I have heard there's some beautiful beaches up there.
I have heard that too, and
like sand dunes and shit like that.
One job I had, the owners were from Michigan, and they always fucking talked about it, and they were like talking to people from Michigan, and all these people are from Michigan too. And that's what made me kind of think like it's like the Florida of the North with all
Yeah.
the coastline and shit. I bet it is nice in the summertime.
Yeah.
I'd go check out the Great Lakes sometime in my life.
I lived on the when I was stationed at Fort Drum in New York. It's right on Lake Ontario, but on the east side. So upstate New York.
On the east
East side. Yeah, it definitely
side.
wasn't no beaches. Maybe because everything's washing that way.
Yeah.
Where the river, because the river that goes out to St. Lawrence with the tide, it come in and out, and I guess look ugly as shit.
Yeah, I want to go north sometime. I haven't been farther north than like Kentucky or Tennessee, man.
Really?
Yeah, go check
to
out.
go
I'd like to
explore.
go to NYC and check out some of the Great Lakes stuff.
Then you have to do the Appalachian Trail.
Well,
Have you
like
seen?
what, like walk it?
Yeah.
I ain't doing
Have you
that
seen
shit.
that chick lately? The Tara Dowers is her name.
I thought you were gonna
Uh,
say like pterodactyl or something.
but she just did the fastest known time of the Appalachian Trail. I think it was like 41 days.
Jeez.
That she was doing 50, 60 miles a day, just
So
running.
how many
Walking.
miles is it? It's like thousands of miles.
It's like
3,000.
2,200.
2,200.
Yeah.
That's nothing. So, but what is the deal? Like people like take camping gear and all this stuff.
Yeah, you can. I mean, you can take camping gear.
Well,
Like her, she would go to these stations and she would meet. Like when she would route it out, and her meeting, her last point, where she would cut off for the day, was like on a road intersection.
so there's like lots of checkpoints along the Appalachian Trail
Yeah, you cross
where you
a
can
lot of
like
roads.
take breaks or
Yeah.
like spend the night
Yeah, I
and
mean, it goes
stuff.
through towns and shit.
So you don't necessarily need to bring camping gear,
Yeah, yeah.
and you
No.
don't necessarily like need to bring your own food or live off the land.
Well, there's some long intermediate sections
Yeah,
that
yeah,
you need to
imagine.
bring some stuff, but for the most part, yeah,
Okay.
you can refill back on the
I would consider doing that, but I would no way in hell like do the entire thing. Like I'll just go I'll walk maybe 20 miles or in a
Yeah.
couple days. Or I'll just do the entire thing like the next
Yes.
10 years. I'll just camp out and live in hotels.
Yeah.
But that is more appealing though if there's like stops you can make, like stay in a hotel every few days when you come across one or
Yeah.
stuff
it
like
goes-
that, or even go to a restaurant that's along the trail or something.
And
Have-
it usually
have
goes
you-
through like small country towns.
Have you done it at all?
I've done, I mean, little parts of it while I was been doing some of my training. So
Yeah, okay.
I've gotten up there a couple times. I've been wanting to do the Georgia part of it, which I think, I don't know 100%. I think it might be 35, 40 miles or something.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I would love to do the Georgia part, but I would go at a slow pace and try to
Yeah.
like relax and enjoy it and stuff.
Yeah,
I
do
wouldn't
like a
I wouldn't
weekend.
be like getting like just walking all day like, no, we can't stop. We got to make time.
Yeah, but, I mean, you should watch this. She's got different videos, like, oh, day something through something, 19 through 21.
So she
And-
did all 2,200 miles, 41 days.
Mm,
That's intense.
yeah, that's a shitload.
Yeah. What does that average out to? I'm going to do my trusty calculator here.
Here we go. We're doing the research for you people, so you people don't have to.
I did that wrong. What do I do? I can't remember.
Airball.
2,200 miles.
divided by 41.
53? That can't be right.
Yeah, she's doing 50 to 60 miles a day. So that's right.
Dude, I guess you can do that. She's literally going like 15 hours a day,
Yeah.
like walking like at least 3 miles an hour. Jeez Louise.
I'm like, what the fuck? But she got the video. She's got the little headlamp on, and she's.
Yeah, if
Right, through the
if I
fucking-
go, I'd definitely like go slow and do it for the experience and the outdoor environment. I would consider it though.
You know, I've always been wanting to do is I've always wanted to do is go to like Yellowstone or something.
Yeah.
And then map this trail. Maybe follow the river a little bit, so when you get camp at night, you set something up. Then maybe try to fish, catch some food or something, bring some granola. But have like a 5-day trip and just enough. If you want to eat more, you catch your fish and we'll cook it on the damn fire.
Damn, you got it all figured out.
But yeah, maybe like a 5-day trip or something and just hike a little bit, maybe 10, 15 miles.
Yeah.
Set up,
that sounds fun
something.
until the Dutton family finds you. And they fucking throw you in a river or something.
I'm like, hey man, I didn't know. Get the fuck out of here.
When you got hundreds of square miles of forest and ranch, it's really easy to get rid of bodies. It's pretty convenient, actually.
Well,
even though they still drive to the Wyoming-Montana state line to get rid of some bodies, other times they just bury it on the ranch or like figure it out, make it look like an accident. It works great.
Well, hopefully they just bury me and don't do anything like nasty to my body before. just shoot me and bury me. Don't.
Yeah, I've heard Montana is beautiful.
Something like that.
Bet it's pretty cold this time of year. Think it gets a little chilly in the winter?
Oh, hell yeah.
You think so?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're probably right. I do want to go to the Rockies sometime. They look huge in the pictures. Like they definitely make the Appalachians look small.
Yeah.
Even
I
though
always want to go over there.
Geologists and scientists say the Appalachians once were like taller than the Himalayas, but they're just so old. They're one of the oldest mountain ranges. Rockies are much more younger, like millions of years younger. Same with the Himalayas. That's what I've heard, and I have heard that multiple times throughout school. Like the Appalachians were once taller than the Himalayas.
So what? Rain and rain and rain.
Pretty much, it just like
rain
years through
and
dirt,
washed off.
Yeah, erosion, man.
So that means there would be a soft, silty area. I need to check the geography of Tennessee because you would imagine there'd be a huge silty level of soil.
Yeah, it's where Tennessee grows all their weed. They grow all their cheap weed there. Lives in Tennessee, has run into people doing that. He was off-roading once at in the woods, and some people found him and said, he wasn't allowed to be there, and they were cool about it. But they had guns and like made sure he left. They walked him out personally. Yeah. And they were cool about it. He was like, hey, it's cool, my bad. But he was like, yeah, they were definitely growing something up there. It's becoming more and more common. And now apparently even the cartel's growing up here.
Huh?
Yeah, it's decriminalized and shit up here. You might as well just come up here and grow it and ship it out. Yeah, the cartel's got everything figured out, dude.
Well, they got to eliminate the middleman. We've made it so inconvenient for them that to give it to one person to transport it to this person, then still make money 1,000 miles away. I'm gonna have to just grow it there and then sell it straight out of the freaking.
Yeah, and I don't think making it legal would necessarily put them out of business. Yeah. Like imagine if cocaine was legal, those cartel people wouldn't be out of business. They would be opening up an official warehouse shop dedicated to pure cocaine extraction.
Yes.
Fuck yeah. No, we should definitely not legalize cocaine. Yeah. That's terrible. I
think that was a bad idea.
I've heard it is bad for you.
Yeah, I don't think Seattle did it.
Seattle?
Yeah, and I don't think I've heard bad things about just all over the street, like people just
cocaine.
Yeah, but I decriminalized all like crack, cocaine, like everything. I think.
Great idea.
Yeah,
I think I have heard some about that, or Oregon something. We should probably wrap up, but here's a fun fact. Up until last year in Oregon, you weren't allowed to pump your own gas. It was some stupid law, like back in the 50s they made.
It's the same way in New Jersey.
Really?
The way
I did not know that, but like there would be a
jobs.
gas attendant at every gas station, like it's the fucking 40s. It's like, fill me up, skipper. It's like, that'll be $2.50, sir.
It's like, man, what do you call that? Nationalization or whatever of gas stations.
Yeah.
And my damn throat keeps drying up, man. I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, we should probably wrap up.
Good almighty, sorry, folks.
You okay? Take a drink there. Got some fun tequila there.
Yeah. The Rock, sorry, love you, The Rock. But you with your tequila is shit. But alright, ladies and gentlemen, as always, we ask you to hit that like button, hit the subscribe. All the shit's down there. You know how to work the bam button. It takes half a second. Because, I mean, that's really all you watch us for. It's about a half a second. So, in that half second, hit like, hit subscribe, and keep going.
Yeah.
But,
it'll still count as a view.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, we need numbers, people. It's a numbers game right now. But, alright. Yeah, we'll be back next week. We'll talk about the global warming effects of cow manure in open fields.
And we will have a special guest. Haley Welch will be joining us,
yes.
Also known as the Hawktaw Girl.
Yes.
Nah, I just made that up, but we'll see.
Well, all they're gonna see is like the back of her head anyway. So
she don't got much going on.
We just gotta find somebody whose hair matches because we ain't gonna see her face.
Oh my god.
We're gonna be doing research. See how much she knows or blows. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, with that, John Farmer, James Wilson, peace.